Hello folks, good morning, good morning, good morning. In my neck of the woods, it's kind of cold. It's nippy, mate. But I know it's a beautiful sunshiny day in most parts of the Caribbean islands. It is THG News today with Mervyn Henley. It is the 29th day of February 2024. The news, of course, is brought to you with the kind of compliments of Feezers on Nevis and Carl & Sons on St. Martin. And I'm sure that I will be saying very soon, and this company, and that company, and this company, as we continue to grow THG News today.
Nevis, satisfy your sweet tooth at Feezers, the cozy spot in Charlestown, known for its mouth-watering ice cream and dal parade. We are open Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Come in and sample our patties, sandwiches, air-fried wings with fries, hot dogs, rotis, and now our famous smoothies, in all flavors of course. And don't forget to try the famous bus-up shut and saltfish. It's Feezers, located at the entrance to the Cotton Ginnery Mall in Charlestown, Nevis. They're also available by phone, so place your order by calling 1-869-665-2458. Don't ask about the rest, just try the best.
Anguilla, good morning to you. How are you doing? I do not have a news story on this. I remember, I think it was a week or two ago, I would have done a story on the demolition of the Lansom Bowl Cultural Center as the island prepares for its Carnival 50. However, there seems to be a lot of back and forth and a lot of politics or misleading information or whatever you want to call it over the Lansom Bowl Cultural Center. For me personally, I understand about the procurement. There are folks who are saying, but we need the Lansom Bowl, we need to get this going. And I agree. When I listen to both arguments about it should go through a procurement because where the monies are coming from, or it should not go through a procurement, the government can do whatever they want, or that the organization can choose their people to do the construction or whatever it is. But as I listen to the arguments, I have not heard one Anguillian say that they do not want the Lansom Bowl to finish. It is like all sides agree that we need to get started and to get this Lansom Bowl Cultural Center up and going. But none of you have said it should not be done. It's just this argument about procurement and about, oh, we don't need to. So whatever it is, and whatever the principle is, and whatever needs to be done, just get it done and move on and let the people enjoy Carnival 50. Just get the Lansom Bowl Cultural Center done. Whatever you have to follow, whatever the policies are, whatever the right way is, just get the Lansom Bowl Cultural Center done. That's what people are interested in. But guess what? If one side continues to throw darts and the other side, no pun intended, continue, then guess what? August will come and there will be no Lansom Bowl Cultural Center. And you don't want that, right? And I'm appealing to the government especially, whatever it is. You don't have much time to build a center. What we showed our viewers a couple weeks ago with that rendering and all that good stuff, if you do not get going on this, that will be halfway, it won't even be halfway completed by the time July or August comes. So please, get to work. Let's get to work and give the people the Lansom Bowl Cultural Center. But get it right. Do it right. And I think those who can get it right, they know how to get it right. They should get it right. And that's all I have to say about it. And hopefully by next week I can come here with a press release saying work has started on the Lansom Bowl Cultural Center and this and that is definitely in place. Okay? Now, from Anguilla, we move to Jamaica. 7 persons were shot, 3 fatally, at a bar in Westmoreland on Wednesday morning. Reports from the police are that all 7 victims were patrons at Pixie Dust Bar, while their white Toyota pulled up and stopped. 2 men reportedly later alighted from the vehicle, armed with handguns, and opened fire in the direction of the patrons, who scampered in different directions, including women who got shot. Not saying that it's different if a man got shot, but I'm just saying. All 7 victims, those who got shot, were transported to the Savannah Public General Hospital, and 3 of them pronounced dead on arrival. And 4 of them, of course, they're attending to their injuries there at the hospital. So every day again, we have this situation in Jamaica. Prime Minister Holness, you got to get your island under control. And speaking of wholeness, the Jamaica Labour Party leadership in Hanover, Eastern, is currently looking into what could have transpired within 24 hours that has resulted in a seat it had won being rescinded following Monday's local government elections. Now listen to this and the discrepancy here. The preliminary count of political newcomer and educator Kaydeen Myles-Campbell of the Jamaica Labour Party was said to have won the Chester Castle seat by 17 votes, 1-7. However, following a recount on Tuesday, the former mayor, Wynter McIntosh of the People's National Party, won the seat by 181 votes. So you declared someone the winner. They won by 17. And then the next day you say, oh, no, you did not win by 17. I'm sorry, we gave the wrong count. The other person won by 181 votes. Now come tell me, how is that even possible? So that is something that the Jamaica Labour Party, they're looking into. And they're saying that these questions need to be answered because this cannot go just like that. And finally, in our news this morning, the PLP of St. Kitts and Nevis condemns the Dr. Terence Drew-led administration in what they call selfish salary hike amidst economic struggles and the social program cuts. And what I'm about to read to you, I won't read all of it. It's a press release by the People's Labour Party. Okay? And it goes something like this. The Dr. Terence Drew-led Labour administration deserves every ounce of condemnation, deep criticism, and justifiable anger currently been expressed by the citizens and residents of St. Kitts and Nevis following the heartless, bad-timed, and selfish hike in the salaries of government ministers and other parliamentarians that were craftily introduced and passed at the last sitting of Parliament on Thursday, February 22nd. This according to the release. The strong sentiments were expressed by political leader of the People's Labour Party and the nation's third Prime Minister, Dr. the Honourable Timothy Harris, Parliamentary Representative for Constituency Number 7. A release went on to say the comments mirror those of the public, including strong Labour supporters. Okay, that's what they're saying. All right, so we have it here that the People's Labour Party, they're calling out the Prime Minister and the Labour administration on making this decision of giving themselves a pay hike. He went on to talk about the economic stagnancy at this time does not support a salary increase, least of all one where the rates of increases are this high. And he went on to talk about the poor record of the performance of Labour for the last 18 months. He touched on the 2019 Salaries Review Commission report on which the salary increases were based. An outdated 5-year-old report that should have never been used. And it spoke about lack of social justice. The government had already stripped the PAP by more than 50% several months ago. And it goes on and on and on. PLP, I'm giving you the airtime of going through the press release, but this is a very long press release, so I cannot read all of this. But I'm going through this press release, and PLP, here is where I'm going to put it back on you and Dr. Timothy Harris. You know, you're encouraging all citizens and residents to become more discerning in our political choices and to avoid excuses for political parties. And you're also letting them know right now to keep their eyes open, to be very careful with their spending habits and all of that. And by the way, I did reach out to the press secretary. Of course, I tried to reach out to the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew for a comment. I reached out to the press secretary, to the Prime Minister, and I got this response. Hi, Mr. Hanley, as the Prime Minister is currently at CARICOM Heads meeting and engaged in high-level discussions, I am unable to respond at this time. However, I will follow up at a later time. And that's from the press secretary to the Prime Minister. But one thing the PLP forgot to mention in this, I'm not seeing this, maybe I will see it in a subsequent announcement, that former Prime Minister Harris, where it says because of the struggles that the people are facing, and because this was a heartless decision by the Labour administration led by Dr. Terence Drew, I, Dr. Timothy Harris, I am not going to accept the pay increase. As a parliamentarian, I will continue on the same pay rate that I'm getting right now, and I cannot accept this because it will not be in good taste and it will not be in good faith. So I cannot accept this. So that's the next press release I would like to see. Here at THG, we are fair and balanced. We hold everyone accountable. We have no friends. If we go to a bar, then we can talk and laugh and talk the politics and the news. But when the news gets here, we have to hold you accountable because we are the voice and representative of the people. Until tomorrow morning, God's willing, the same time, do join us again. I am Mervyn Henley, and I'm wishing you a wonderful day.
Sons have been serving the people of St. Martin for over 40 years, and the food and service get better and better. From early morning, customers flock to the bakery for their favorite sandwiches, cakes, pastries, you name it. First thing at mornings and last thing at afternoons, folks rush to Carl & Sons for simply the best. There are 2 locations, Colbay and on the Punfill. In Colbay, the opening hours are Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. On Saturdays, 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. And on Sundays, 6:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Opening hours on the Punfill, Monday to Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 6:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. We also cater for weddings, parties, special events, whatever the occasion. It's Carl & Sons. Our staff, we are always happy to serve you. Call us today, the Colbay location, 721-544-2462. That's 721-544-2462. Or in Phillipsburg, 721-543-1059. That's 721-543-1059. It's Carl & Sons Bakery. We are here to serve you.